our recently appointed Vice President, Student Education and Experience here at TUS, is joining us to formally open this event. So without further ado, let me hand over to Frances, and thank you, Frances, for joining us today.
Good morning, Geraldine, and good morning, everybody. I hope that the sound is fine, and I am delighted to be here, and I mean that genuinely. I've been an academic many years myself in the classroom, using everything and anything in terms of tools that will engage our students. So I'm delighted that you're all here. This conference brings together a wide range of university teachers from a range of disciplines that we get the opportunity today to share all of our experiences in using videos. So the speakers have all used video in assessment of students in dentistry, education, social science, political science, the food sciences, engineering and nutrition, including speakers from our own Technological University of the Shannon, and even from further afield, as well as including today's speakers and participants from the US and UK universities. So we're very, very grateful to you all for taking the time from your usual busy semester and diaries. I'm very aware of how busy the academic diary is, so that we can all contribute today and learn from one another. That is one thing I think we've also learned in terms of COVID, about sharing, collaborating and learning even amongst our own academic community. So we're all very well aware, as Geraldine has noted, of how COVID has impacted on our teaching practices. And I know this firsthand myself. I was the Registrar and Vice President for Academic Affairs in Athlone just as we went into COVID. And I could see very, very quickly how everybody responded, including the academic community, and swiftly transitioned to using many forms of digital technology, including video, in order to engage remotely with our students. Its use has increased significantly in the requirements to go off campus so abruptly. And I know from my own perspective, we used to always say many, many years ago when I was a civil servant, never waste a recession. Well, I think we've the same in terms of never waste a pandemic. What do we learn from that that we can use into the future that was beneficial? So here at the Technological University of the Shannon, the student experience is paramount, and that is my remit. I also have responsibility for education. So all the teaching and learning practices amongst the academic community and how we can support them is also very much to the fore in terms of my remit, and I see it as a privilege. So there's ample evidence in the pedagogic literature that shows that video can enhance the learning experience. Even recent work here within the Technological University of the Shannon is now capturing in a compendium all of the innovative methods and tools that can and are being used in our academic community across our 6 campuses of the Technological University. Following basically, for our UK and US participants today, following basically the spine of Ireland, that's where our campuses are located. So the use of video can be such a powerful tool in capturing, synopsizing, and presenting visually complex ideas. And that's the most important thing I think that we've learned in terms of how we support ourselves in the classroom. And ensuring that we engage with all of our learners. That is the other aspect, our learners understanding that they all have different learning abilities and competencies to learn. So you were using all of that cognitive, metacognitive ability of our students. So today our conference covers a wide range of uses of video across 4 sessions, such as using video to prepare students for laboratory-based work. And this is explored in our first session this morning. This tool was vital during COVID when physical time in labs was either prohibited or significantly curtailed. Also, the ability of video to prime and prepare students in advance of the precious on-campus time may well be maintained into the future. Session 3 and 6 today demonstrate how video can be used as an alternative to traditional written assessments. And that's a very interesting aspect in relation to using valid and viable methods of assessment that really achieve demonstrating the learning outcomes that our students have achieved as part of their modules. So that enables the development of a wide range of skills as well within our students. Speakers in session number 5 will show us how students can get in front of the camera themselves. In this case, the power of self and peer critique in learning is explored. And we do know that the development of digital skills amongst our students is a really important skill set that we need into the next century. But adopting to new technology requires upskilling by both teachers and students. And so we have included a session 4 today, on the need to consider the GDPR directive when making and storing video, how to integrate quizzes into video, and finally, how to access video material from online repositories. And I'm delighted to see Betty in on the meeting today in terms of supporting that area. In fact, the possibilities of video are endless. And so we hope you enjoy the conference today and that you'll be able to take away something from it that enhances your own practice, teaching and assessment practices. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge the support of all of the teaching and learning unit in the Technological University of the Shannon. As I say, I have a privilege to be working with the team, and I am always amazed at the range of activity and projects that the team are actively involved in and looking to engage in. I'd also like to thank the National Forum for the enhancement of teaching and learning in terms of their support for this conference today and their funding. So I wish you all well for the day. I hope that you'll find it extremely interesting. I'd love to stay in on this conference, but unfortunately, I have to attend 2 other events today, but I know the recording, I will be linking in on it later. So thank you as well, Geraldine, for doing that. So I'll hand you back to you now, Geraldine. Garamil Mahagut.
Thank you, Frances, especially since you have 2 other events today, and I know they're actually starting very, very soon. So thank you so much for joining us and that lovely overview of video within the context of the wider teaching and assessment